We've seen the financial scams targeting our seniors. Many of these work through a phone call, tricking people into wiring money into what turns out to be accounts run by scammers. I've been following legislation attempting to make sure financial institutions are held accountable for not doing more to prevent these scams. Through that process, I've gotten to know one local family who ended up being unexpected advocates for changing our laws. Hugs and smiles.
Thank you so much for everything.
Good to see you again. Oh, so good to see you again,
so
too.
much.
I appreciate it. As I visited Ave Williams and her dad, William Bortz, at his senior home in Del Sur, Ave shared with me her photos of the Capitol building fresh off her first trip to Sacramento, not for vacation, but to testify.
It was never a position I planned on being in my life.
In front of the assembly. How proud are you of your daughter?
Very proud indeed.
Let me bring you back to 2022. That's when I first introduced you to William and his wife, also named Ave, after they lost their life savings from an online financial scam.
I felt very violated.
It started with a fake Amazon purchase that Ave's parents thought was real. The scammers then instructed William to go to the bank and transfer money to what they called the Amazon Refund Recovery Center. Ave said the fake Amazon workers were persistent, calling her parents multiple times a day. The Bortzes lost nearly $700,000 through 4 wire transfers to their bank.
That's why both my daughter and I are so passionate about getting us out that someone else won't have to undergo what we've undergone.
Their story resonated with so many others, so much so Ave testified in front of an assembly committee for the passage of SB 278.
Their bank did nothing to protect my parents from what has been officially declared financial elder abuse by Adult Protective Services. In fact, when we reported this elder abuse to the bank, their representative blamed my parents for the scam, calling them willing participants.
If passed, the bill would require financial institutions to implement a trusted financial contact program for customers over 65. If financial elder abuse is suspected, a 3-day hold would be placed on transactions more than $5,000. Banks could face fines or legal liability if rules are not followed.
Financial elder abuse is horrible and the rates are skyrocketing. So I feel like awareness is a big part of it. We also have to hold institutions more accountable.
There is major opposition from the banking industry.
While Senator Dodd has said that it's only for the worst of the worst actors, unfortunately, we don't believe that's true.
This bill is going to create some friction, and how much friction the bill creates really boils down to the potential enforcement mechanism in the bill. And we think there's a possibility that credit unions will overcorrect and will start holding more transactions than they should, which will lead to seniors not accessing their funds, which is not something anyone would want.
Ave wished there was a delay in releasing her parents' funds.
It still haunts me.
Her parents recently celebrated 57 years of marriage. And while I sat down with both of them for my first interview, I haven't since because of Ave's mother's deteriorating health.
I believe my mom's Alzheimer's was accelerated by the stress and incredible tension caused by this. The money my parents lost was supposed to take care of everything they needed.
Now the Bortzes are relying on their children to help them through their golden years. Ave relying on the passage of this law to avoid this from happening to other seniors.
As stressful as that can be, and as painful as that can be, if my telling my parents' story helps protect someone, anyone, that is absolutely what is in our heart. That is the good that can come out of my parents' tragedy.
The Bortzes sued their bank, but the case was dismissed. Their bank said they did nothing wrong. The next hearing for the bill will be next month. Consumer issues, that's just one area I cover. I also cover the AAPI community as well as Sweetwater and San Diego Unified. If you want to reach out, you can email me, melissa.masiha@10news.com. You can also scan that QR code there on your screen.